California, known for its golden sunshine and picturesque landscapes, faces a fiery trial. Wildfires have become a recurring nightmare, leaving devastation in their wake. In 2024, fires erupted across the state, fueled by drought and rising temperatures. From north to south, these infernos spared no corner of the Golden State. Homes, businesses, and entire communities were reduced to ashes. The air was thick with smoke, casting an eerie orange glow. Climate change has exacerbated the risk of wildfires, creating a dangerous feedback loop. The human toll of these fires is immeasurable. Families were torn apart as flames raced through their communities, leaving many with nothing but the clothes on their backs. The elderly, the sick, and the very young were particularly vulnerable to the fast-moving blazes. Firefighters and first responders worked tirelessly, risking their own lives to save others. But the fires were often too intense and unpredictable to contain. The official death toll from the 2024 California wildfires stands at insert confirmed fatality number, a grim statistic that represents the loss of irreplaceable lives. Each number represents a mother, a father, a son, a daughter, a friend. Behind these numbers lie countless stories of bravery, sacrifice, and heartbreak. The emotional scars left by these fires will take years, if not generations, to heal. The displacement caused by the wildfires is another aspect of the human cost. Thousands of people were forced to evacuate their homes, seeking refuge in shelters with friends and family or in neighboring states. The uncertainty of not knowing whether their homes would survive the flames added to the emotional stress. Many faced the daunting task of rebuilding their lives from scratch, grappling with insurance claims, finding new housing, and coping with the loss of cherished possessions. The economic impact of the California wildfires is staggering. The cost of fighting the fires alone runs into billions of dollars, straining state and federal budgets. Then there's the loss of property, infrastructure, and businesses. Entire industries such as tourism and agriculture were severely affected as fires ravaged popular destinations and destroyed crops. The destruction of homes and businesses represents a significant blow to the state's economy. Rebuilding efforts are costly and time-consuming, requiring a massive influx of resources and manpower. The loss of tax revenue from damaged or destroyed properties further exacerbates the financial strain on local governments. The economic ripple effects are felt far beyond the immediate fire zones. Supply chains are disrupted, leading to shortages and increased prices for goods and services. The loss of jobs in affected industries adds to the economic hardship. The wildfires have exposed the vulnerability of California's economy to natural disasters and the urgent need for comprehensive recovery and mitigation strategies. The environmental consequences of the California wildfires are both immediate and long-lasting. The fires release massive amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, contributing to climate change and exacerbating the conditions that make wildfires more likely. This creates a vicious cycle, with each fire season potentially worse than the last. The destruction of forests, grasslands, and other ecosystems has a devastating impact on biodiversity. Wildlife habitats are destroyed and countless animals are killed or displaced. Soil erosion increases, leading to mudslides and water pollution. The loss of vegetation also affects air quality as fewer trees are available to absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. The long-term ecological recovery from these fires will take decades, if not centuries. The loss of mature trees and vegetation alters the landscape, making it more susceptible to erosion and flooding. The introduction of invasive species into burned areas poses further threats to native plants and animals. The wildfires serve as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of human activity, climate change, and the delicate balance of our ecosystems. Section 5. The insurance crisis, a growing concern. As the frequency and severity of wildfires increase in California, so too does the insurance crisis facing homeowners and businesses. Insurance companies, grappling with escalating costs from wildfire claims, are becoming increasingly reluctant to insure properties in high-risk areas. This leaves many homeowners and businesses with limited options and mounting financial vulnerability. Some homeowners are finding their insurance policies being dropped altogether, while others are facing exorbitant premium increases that make insurance unaffordable. This creates a difficult dilemma. Stay and risk losing everything in a fire without insurance coverage, or leave and abandon their homes and communities. The insurance crisis highlights the need for a multi-pronged approach to address the growing wildfire risk. This includes implementing stricter building codes in fire-prone areas, creating defensible spaces around homes, and investing in forest management practices that reduce fuel loads. Government intervention and support for the insurance industry may also be necessary to ensure that homeowners and businesses in high-risk areas have access to affordable coverage. Section 6 Government Response: A Race Against Time. The California government has been working on multiple fronts to combat the wildfire crisis. Firefighting resources have been significantly bolstered in recent years, with more firefighters, fire engines, and aircraft dedicated to battling blazes. The state has also invested in advanced technologies such as fire detection cameras and computer modeling to improve early warning systems and fire suppression efforts. However, the increasing frequency and intensity of wildfires continue to outpace even the most robust response efforts. The state has faced criticism for its forest management practices, with some arguing that more aggressive measures are needed to reduce fuel loads and create healthier forests. Others point to the need for stricter building codes and land use policies that limit development in high-risk fire zones. The federal government has also played a role in supporting California's wildfire response, providing financial aid for firefighting efforts and disaster relief. However, the scale of the crisis demands a sustained and coordinated effort at all levels of government. Addressing the root causes of the wildfire crisis, such as climate change and forest management practices, will require long-term planning, investment, and political will. Section 7 Community Resilience: Unity in the Face of Disaster. Amidst the devastation and loss, the spirit of community resilience shines through. Neighbors helping neighbors, volunteers offering support, and donations pouring in from across the state and beyond demonstrate the strength and compassion of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Community organizations, faith-based groups, and individuals have stepped up to provide food, shelter, clothing, and emotional support to those affected by the fires. The recovery process will be long and challenging, but the sense of community and shared purpose will be essential to rebuilding lives and healing communities. The wildfires have highlighted the importance of social connections, neighborly support, and the willingness to lend a helping hand in times of need. The outpouring of support from across the state and the nation demonstrates the power of collective action and the importance of coming together in times of crisis. From fundraising efforts to donating essential supplies, the generosity and empathy of people near and far provide a beacon of hope amidst the devastation. The resilience and compassion of the human spirit will be crucial to overcoming the challenges of recovery and building a more resilient future. Section 8 Rebuilding and Recovery: A Long Road Ahead. The process of rebuilding and recovering from the California wildfires will be long and arduous. For those who have lost their homes and businesses, the task of starting over is daunting. Navigating insurance claims, securing temporary housing, and coping with the emotional trauma of the experience will require immense strength and resilience. The physical rebuilding of communities will require a massive coordinated effort. Clearing debris, restoring infrastructure, and constructing new homes and businesses will take years and billions of dollars. The state and federal governments will play a crucial role in providing financial assistance, streamlining regulations, and coordinating recovery efforts. The recovery process extends beyond the physical rebuilding of structures. It also involves addressing the emotional and psychological toll on individuals and communities. Providing access to mental health services, counseling, and support groups will be essential to helping people cope with trauma, loss, and the challenges of rebuilding their lives. Section 9 Preventing Future Fires: Lessons Learned and the Path Forward. As California recovers from wildfires, learning and prevention are crucial. Addressing climate change, forest management, and development patterns is key. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions is paramount. California leads in renewable energy and carbon reduction. More action is needed globally to mitigate climate change. Improving forest management is crucial. Thinning forests and prescribed burns reduce fuel loads. These measures create resilient forests. Rethinking development in fire-prone areas is essential. Fire-resistant materials and defensible spaces help reduce risks. We must rethink community building in wildfire zones. Recent wildfires remind us of the urgent need for action. By addressing causes, investing in prevention, and fostering resilience, California can build a safer future.